Morning, children. So, now we will start our second timeline, that is from 100 BC to 1300 CE. Okay. So, in this timeline, we will focus about kingdom and empire, but basically, we will discuss about Roman Empire. Okay. So, we will start our chapter 3. That topic is an empire across three continents. So, the Roman Empire was very large empire as it was spread to three continents, namely Europe, Asia and Africa. Clear? Now Roman Empire, there was many religious and culture tradition was there. Okay. Roman Empire, it covered Europe, large part of the Fertile Crescent and North Africa. Clear? Now, this empire was having huge wealth, like wealth of local culture, language, and in this Roman Empire, woman has a strong legal position. And economic of Roman Empire was also prosperous, but was having some drawback, like slave labor was there, freedom was not given to the person. Clear? From 5th century, we will see that this empire fell or lost its importance in western part, but in east it was still powerful. Clear? Now, what were the sources through which we get information about Roman Empire? So, the sources which help us to know about the Roman Empire were number one, text, second one is our document, third one, material remains. So, what are the sources? Text, document, and material remains. Now, let's discuss about the first source, that is textual sources. Now, these textual sources were that source which was written once a year. So, for that, as it was written once a year, so it was called annals. So, what were the textual source called as? It is called as annal. Clear? Now, annal, it consists of you can say letter, speech, sermons and law. Clear? Now, second source is our document. Now, document source, it include inscription and papyri. Now, difference between inscription and manuscript we all know, isn't it? Manuscript was handwritten, which was written in paper or leaf, which was very soft, whereas inscription was written on hard substance. Clear? Now, papyrus was a plant that grew along the bank of Nile River in Egypt, and it was proceed to obtain writing material. Clear? Now, after obtaining the writing material, this material, writing material, was being used in everyday life for writing. Clear? Now, third source is our material remain, isn't it? Now, the material remain, it include pottery, monuments, stone, coin, and which was been found after excavating or digging. Clear regarding the sources? Now, out there we will get two most powerful empire. What are those two powerful empire? First one Roman Empire, second one Irani Empire. Now, both the empire ruled Europe, North Africa and the Middle East of the early part of 7th century. Roman and Iranian Empire were both neighbor, as these two empires were being separated by a narrow strip of land that run along the river Euphrates. That is, these two empires, Roman and Irani, was being separated by a narrow strip of land where the Euphrates river pass. Clear? Now let's know about Roman Empire. Now children, you just see this map out here. You will see Europe and Africa is been separated by Mediterranean Sea. Clear? Now the Roman Empire stretched from Spain in Europe to Syria in the east along the Mediterranean Sea into African desert. Clear? In the north, its boundary were marked by river Rhine and Danube, and in the south by the Sahara desert. Clear about the Roman Empire? Now next, Irani Empire. Irani Empire had also control over south of Caspian Sea to eastern Arabia and large part of Afghanistan. Clear? I hope you understand regarding the geographical features of the Roman Empire and the Iranian Empire. Okay. Now next is the early empire. The Roman Empire can be divided into two phases, that is early Roman Empire and late Roman Empire. Okay. Now let's know about the difference between Roman Empire and the Irani Empire. Now Roman Empire had a diverse population as compared to that of Iran. The reason for this was that in Iran a particular dynasty had ruled Iran, like the Pratihans and Sasanians dynasty. They ruled large Irani population, whereas Roman Empire had not ruled a particular population, as it has ruled several population beyond boundaries, that is varieties of territories it include, and different culture was there which this Roman Empire has ruled, and these various territories and culture were being bound by the common system of government. Clear? Now in Roman Empire many languages were being spoken, but for administration purpose Latin and Greek language was only used. Clear? Now the upper class of the east of the Roman Empire, they used to speak and write Greek, whereas in the west they used to speak and write Latin. Clear? Now all those who lived in the empire were being subjected to a single ruler, whereas the ruler might be stay in different places, he might live in different place, or he might speak different language, but the whole Roman Empire, the people who used to live inside the Roman Empire, they were being subjected to a single ruler. Clear? Now as Roman Empire was vast empire, so out there three main player was there in the political history of the Roman Empire. They were emperor, first one, which was called source of authority. Second one was the Senate, that is a body of wealthy families, that is aristocracy. Third one, the army, who were paid and professional. Clear? Now let's talk about the source of authority, that is emperor. The early Roman Empire, when it was started, the Augustus, the first emperor in 27 BCE, was called Principate. And what does Principate means? It is a mixture of both the power of the king and the Senate. Clear? Now Augustus, he brought total change in the empire. During his further reign, it was a time period of Roman Republic, which Augustus has completely abolished, and he said that he was the only source of authority. All the rules and regulation will be made through him only. And in the Roman Republic, they used to have the Senate, that is the wealthier family used to have stronghold in the Senate. Clear? But when Augustus he came, he became powerful and strong, but he say himself as a leading citizen, not the absolute rule, as to give respect to the Senate. Clear? Now second, if you talk about Senate, the wealthier family, in our today's time in India we have parliamentary system, right? Who makes the rules and regulation, passes the bill, isn't it? Now in the emperor, one who does the work of parliament was the Senate. Clear? The one who is been elected in the Senate as a member were all belong from the wealthier family, and the power of Senate was there in Rome during Roman Republic, that is the period from 506 BC to 27 BC. But when Augustus he came, it lost its power. Clear? Now third one is our army. Now regarding army, the Iranian Empire was forcefully used to recruit army, whereas in the Roman Empire, army they used to be paid and were professional. Soldier in the Roman Empire had to give 25 years of service, and the existence of the paid army was a distinctive feature of Roman Empire. That is, after the retirement, they used to get money. That is what we call as pension. Clear? Now the soldier, they used to agitate for better wage and better service condition. And if the soldier they felt that their general or the emperor is making them down towards, then they used to do agitation for their right also. Clear? Now the Senate, they used to hate and also used to get fear of the army. Why they used to hate? As because if any civil war occur during that time, then the government he used to raise the taxes. Why the government used to raise the taxes? To pay the military expenditure. And due to the this reason only, the as the government used to raise the taxes, the Senate they had to pay the tax. Clear? For this they used to hate the army, and they used to fear, as they used to do agitation. The army used to do agitation for their rights. For that they used to get fear of the army too. Clear? Now in our next class we will discuss how Roman Empire they used to decide or manage the successor of the throne. Clear? So in our next class we will discuss about it. Okay, so till then go through this text. Thank you.